Welcome to Mainland, your local regional television station. I'm Graham O'Brien, and some of the stories coming up in today's news. The Hannah charity brings home some awareness, Habitat for Humanity has a home, and We Were There as another charity launches a new shop in Richmond. 5 years ago, a Nelson couple, Ken and Alice Winter, set about creating a charity to help Romanian children and their families. On the weekend, they did a public presentation in Nelson and Motueka to help bring an awareness and gather support for their cause. Chrissy Small was in Mainland studio this week and caught up with Alice Winter and the organisation's Romanian social worker, Kati, who is in New Zealand this month.
I'm here in the studio with Alice Winter, who is from Nelson and has a social work background, but has been on a mission. 5 years in the making, really. This charitable organisation which is bringing hope to children in Romania. Tell us, what was your motivation to begin a charitable organisation, you and your husband Ken, to somewhere else in the world?
Well, we've been actually involved in Romania for 15 years. We spent a year there 15 years ago with the children in an orphanage, 270 under the age of 5, very much like it was under the end of communism, just children abandoned in cots. Right. With no names, no maybe not even being able to talk, never been outside. So we worked there for that year, and then we went back again 10 years ago thinking just to check up on what was happening, seeing if things were improving, and we found children abandoned in hospitals. The Romania wanted to join the EU, and to join the EU they had to solve their orphanage problem, so they closed the orphanages, sent the children home by police, because the families didn't want them, they were abandoned. And then we discovered the children hidden in the hospital. And so for the next 5 years we continued going backwards and forwards, doing play programs, getting to know people, but not actually seeing the conditions improving. So we thought we need someone permanently on the ground.
Right.
And by that time we had made connections. We got to know some amazing people who really were saying, yes, it will be a great idea, we're behind you. And we had a friend who was a social worker, and she started for us working. We worked in partnership with an organisation called Christian Endeavour, who then have the offices, have the facilities, and we're allowed to use their facility. And this social worker worked part-time for us and part-time for them.
Right.
And she had to leave, and then we got Kati, who's now our, still part-time social worker, but
right.
I think in there for the long haul.
Great.
Yeah.
Look, now, so this weekend you've had a presentation here in Nelson to basically bring an awareness and hopefully help some funding to your organisation Hannah, which is Hope and Nurture. Now this organisation has been going for 5 years.
Just 5 years, yeah.
Okay. And this is Kati's first visit here?
Yes, it is.
How has she found being here?
Just beautiful, loves it.
Yeah.
You know, they both, she's over here with her husband,
yes,
because it's wonderful for her to have that support, and then the two of them can talk about it when they get back to Romania. Just the people, she just loves being here. And we actually brought her over to do some training. She's done 3 days training in Wellington with Open Home Foundation.
Great.
She's a trained social worker, but we're doing signs of safety, and we thought that was a really good training for her to do, because we're hoping that these children that are so-called abandoned, that we'll be able to make connections back home for them. And so we want the skills to be able to assess who's the safe person to care for these children,
right,
or do they need to do something else. We want to start getting the children who are left in the hospital system. They have got families and they visit them occasionally. We want to start making a stronger connection.
Right. It must be hard though when the families are rejecting them. Do they get other nurturing outside of their families?
No, and that's why we're called Hope and Nurture. We're there for the children right where they are now, to love and care for them, provide activity programs, take them out into the community, show them what life is like. We've now just got permission to take some of the children home for they go home 4 times a year for a so-called holiday. The director of the TB Prevention Centre, this is the children that we work with, he gets per capita funding. He's not interested in those children going home. He wants as many children there as possible.
Right.
We want to start to meet the families. So just recently when he takes the children home, he hasn't got enough transport. So we've said we'll help, and we're starting to meet the family.
So you
and
kind
love
of
them.
Yeah.
I love them, and the workers too. And I think Kati will share something soon, some stories about that. There's still a hardness of heart. There's still a hardness of heart towards children, that they are just objects.
Right.
And we're trying to soften that so that people learn to care. And yes, we want to improve their situations, but we just think unless we're working with their hearts and changing their thinking, we're not going to make a real deep change.
Right.
So that's where the name comes in. Hannah, Hope and Nurture.
Lovely. Well, we should talk to Kati.
I think we should.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now I have Kati here, who's a Romanian and is directly working for the Hannah Foundation charity. Kati, it must be such a sad but rewarding job that you're doing over there in Romania. What are some of the challenges you're finding?
I think the biggest challenge what I had, that I realized that the family cannot take care of the children, and they don't have enough circumstance to grow up these children, and they just drop in the prevention center to take care somebody else, some stuff from there, and these children are not loved by their family.
Mm. So there's been a real breakdown in the family relationship with the child. This must be very hard for the children. How are they coping?
The children, they don't know the truth. They don't know why they are just pick up from home and take back to the prevention center, and then in every 4 times per year they take back again to the family, and this is hard for them. They even didn't know that their mom and their dad loved them. Just they cannot have at home because it's hard. Even in the winter time, we have very cold winter in Romania, minus 27 degrees we could have, and they are living in small houses made from wood, and which is very cold in the winter time, and they have very small houses, and in this family used to be 4 or 7 children. So which is not enough for them, and is not enough warm in the house, and they can get sick.
Yes.
And they can have again the TB infection.
Yeah. So there's a lot of, so economically these families are struggling financially.
Yes.
Are they? Is there much work available to the adults in the family in Romania?
No, they. Some of these family, they cannot write, they cannot read. They don't have a workplace. They have kind of work like a daily work. They just go for rich people and they do some work and they get some money for one day, you know, and that's all. But I always admire their faith, that they get up in the morning and they go to search even in the garbage to get some food, and for that day, not for 2 days. So I am admiring their faith that they can get up and just go out and find something for food. And I was surprised when I saw one day I meet one mother who was so angry on us because we took home the children. And even in the front of the children, she say, "Why did you bring home these children? I cannot take care of them." And the hardest thing it was that she was speaking in the front of the children, you know, and that was their mother.
It was the ultimate rejection.
Yes, but
So
I understand her, you know.
right, because she couldn't provide,
yes,
and but the children don't understand that.
yeah.
So there's a lot of poverty in Romania in these families.
Still, yes, still that.
Yeah.
They are whole of communities who are living in this kind of circumstance, without work, without food.
So I suppose they think they're doing the best by their children by giving them over to an organisation.
Yeah, and the hard problem is that in the prevention center, which is under a health system of the government, they cannot get the love from the staff, because the staff has the old mentality.
Yeah.
They are just toy. They are working with children like, okay, I give the food, I take the pills for you, I just make the bed for you, just go here. And
it's very
they are just like
institutional.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they are like a toy. They
Yeah.
just take from here and they put there. And it was so wonderful when one day, and these children, they don't feel that they are loved. And first time when I go, I was visiting the prevention center. I just want to hug the children, to touch them, but they were afraid that I want to smack them or I want to hit them or something. And I realized that they weren't touched. They don't know how it's to be hugged. They don't know how to be just touched on their face, you know. And then I start to work with them, but it's not enough just to work with children. We have to work with the staff too, to make that relationship between the children and staff. And we organize for the Woman Day a surprise for the care women, because we just want to make the first step, to be the first one who loved them, and maybe we will get some change. And we made some nice present for them together with the children, and we have some flowers and postcards for them, and we just asked them to come in the room, and they were coming in, and we start to sing a blessing song for them. They were listening, and they start to cry when they find out that these children, they have feelings and they want to love somebody even they are not loved. And there was a lady which we called, the children called Dragon Lady.
Yeah.
He was the tough and the hard one, and it was so good to see that even this woman can cry.
Yeah.
So,
So it touched their hearts.
yes, and the children, they just realized that even that woman can cry, and so this
It was
is
good to see the vulnerability.
yes, and to love them first, and then suddenly the staff go out from the room, and they come back with some sweets for the children, and these children just start to learn how is to love first another one, and then you will be loved too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's great. So there's some real learning there. So your organisation, you are a charity, you need funding, and you need the goodwill of others to be able to continue this work.
It's true.
So there is a website that is available for people to go and find out about henna, which is Henna Romania, which is the reference to the website.
Yes.
And
This is on the website of the Open Home Foundation,
right.
and they can find the reference there, Henna Romania.
Great, and people can go on there and make donations.
Yes.
And you were here on the weekend talking to Nelsonians about this organisation. What was the response from the people that came along?
Oh, it was beautiful. They are our supporters. They are praying for us to get the wisdom, to
the
get
guidance.
the guidance in our work. And I think this is the most important thing in what we are doing, because through God we can love the children, and they can love their family too, and they can see the changes what we are providing through God. And the best for me it was to see these people who are here, and they are supporting me. So I have a whole group behind me because I'm working alone in Romania, and it's so good to know that I have some supporters here who are helping me in my work.
Okay, Kati, it's just a real pleasure to meet you, and it's so lovely to know that you have so much love out there to take back home and work with these children. They're very fortunate to have this organisation and you looking out for them. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you for the invitation. Thank you.
Traffic was delayed on Takaka Hill on Monday afternoon after a cyclist travelling down the hill towards Motueka crashed. He was airlifted to hospital with suspected head injuries. No other vehicles were involved. Traffic was reduced down to one lane as police investigated the scene of the crash. Police in Nelson stopped a drink driver on her way to work on Monday morning after she had been up early watching the New Zealand versus Argentina Rugby World Cup match. Senior Sergeant John Price said the 47-year-old woman was stopped for speeding in Stoke about 7:20 a.m. She was driving more than 20 kilometres over the posted speed limit. A breath alcohol test revealed the woman was close to 4 times the legal limit at 943 micrograms of alcohol per litre of breath. Police said the concerning factors to the incident were that she was drink driving, speeding and heading to work. Senior Sergeant Price advised employers to have a conversation with their staff about expectations around staff consuming alcohol before arriving for work over this World Cup period. Nelson Bays Police have located Motueka man Jardai Bryce Kennard, 28, who was wanted for failing to appear in the Nelson District Court on 24th of August on assault charges and also for breaching court release conditions. Kennard was also required to be spoken to in relation to a pursuit and firearms incident in Motueka on 20th of August. He was located Monday afternoon at a Riwaka address and arrested without incident by members of the Tasman CIB and Armed Offenders Squad. Police had received significant support from the public during the last month, and the information people had supplied had been invaluable to the investigation. Kennard will appear in the Nelson District Court tomorrow, charged with unlawful possession of a firearm, dangerous driving and breaching a protection order. Tasman District Council have now submitted the district's digital enablement plan in the second part of a 2-stage application process to the funding announced by the government. The registration of interest invited councils to provide supporting information to enable extension of ultra-fast broadband, rural broadband and mobile black spot coverage, and will be government funded where the most benefit will be gained. Councillor Judine Edgar said the district's digital plan couldn't have happened without the close collaboration, cooperation and commitment of the Tasman communities. She praised the group's organisations and representatives who stepped up, saying they deserved recognition for making this plan a reality. It will be a few months before anyone finds out which regions will benefit from the government's investment. She said that regardless of the outcome, as a community, Tasman are getting on with creating a digital future. IHC opened a brand new shop in Richmond and McGlashan Ave on Monday this week. We went down to catch the ribbon cutting with Gilbert and Barbara, who have served on the local IHC committee for 40 years. I spoke with Nelson IHC chairperson Jill Burson at the opening ceremony. Jill, we're down here for your brand new opening. Is this the first store in Nelson? Tell us a little bit about it, please.
It is the first store in Nelson for IHC. We had a vision probably about 8 weeks ago, put it to head office, and 4 weeks ago we got the hands up and decided to go for it. So I rallied around to find some volunteers, and I have an awesome group of volunteers behind us, and this is the outcome.
You've done well in 5 weeks.
I think we have too, but it's been worth it.
And I see you've got a couple of different rooms here. Are they different things in different rooms?
Yes, we do have a couple of different rooms. We have one room for baby furniture. We also have another room which is quite shabby chic styled furniture and doilies and linen, things like that. We have another room which consists of brick and brack, and then we have clothing as well. So we have a mixture.
Certainly do. And are you still looking for more donations and more volunteers, or are you pretty sorted now?
Always looking for volunteers and more donations. As it rolls over, we keep it going, keep it fresh, and volunteers were always hands open for new volunteers to come on board.
And the profits that you get from the store, where are they dispersed through? Is it just throughout New Zealand?
Our profits that are made here in the store will stay in Nelson for us to share amongst our community, for our clients to be able to access things that they wouldn't normally access over and above.
That's great. And have you had much help from the community to get it up and running?
Well, my volunteers are from the community, so yes, I would say we have. And we've had some donations to date which have been absolutely awesome. Thank you.
And how about all your bits and pieces that are made up here, your shelving and everything like that?
The Men's Shed, which is another charity run in Nelson, they've been absolutely awesome. They've built all our shelving for us, they've built clothing racks, and they're also going to do our pick-up and deliveries on a Tuesday for us, if you have anything available that you'd like picked up.
Jill, thanks very much, and all the best for your new store.
Thank you.
After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region.
Welcome to Smugglers Pub and Cafe, open 7 days a week with free parking all day. Our lunch menus have that fat old-fashioned flavour where we treat you like treasure with the food you'll savour.
We cater for children, grannies and granddads too, with special rates and privileges given to the elderly lunchtime crew. Our staff are friendly and kind and want to see you all come back time after time.
Daytime or evening, it doesn't matter. Give us a call on 546 4084 and we'll be happy to spoil ya.
I'm Francis from Nelson Auto Glass. We repair all auto glass, stone chips, windscreen replacements, scratch removal.
If you have an auto glass issue, our team will sort it.
Nelson Auto Glass Specialists, 84 Vanguard Street, Nelson.
Hi everyone, I'm Malcolm Harris from the Facilitators. We now look after sales for Mainland TV, radio, Sky and online. New Zealand On Air's latest Colmar Brunton survey confirms Mainland's large multimedia audience. If you're in business or want to put a message out to everyone in the Nelson Tasman region, plus nationwide on Sky or worldwide online, please give me a call or see our website at www.mainlandtv.nz.
We're the team at JCar, right here in Nelson, 120 Hardy Street. Our shop is full of electronic items,
including security alarm systems, electronic components,
solar and power,
electronics, toys,
sound systems, cables and much, much more. JCar.
120 Hardy Street, Nelson.
World War I was a defining period in our history, impacting greatly on the lives of people from the Nelson province. Memories of the First World War is an exhibition which will be displayed in a number of regional venues and is currently on at the Nelson Provincial Museum.
Nelson Diabetes Club will meet on Friday the 25th of September from 1:30 p.m. at Nick Smith's rooms on Waimea Road. The speaker will be Wendy Duffy of Age Concern. There's afternoon tea and gold coin donation please. Please phone Joan on 548 6263. On behalf of the team here at Mainland Television News, thank you for joining us and we'll bring you the latest news and events from around the region again tomorrow.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand On Air.
Are you tired of endless reality shows? Would you prefer to watch captivating documentaries?
They have swallowed cars.
Exciting movies.
Go ahead, load up and shoot.
Music for the soul.
And if you think I'd ate your fish and chips, I did, you're mistaken.
Programming from around the world. Places to visit. Local news and views.
I'm Graham O'Brien and today's bulletin. Do you want to change the flag?
No, I don't want to change the flag.
Stay tuned to Mainland TV, your local station.
This is a beautiful 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home. It's a large internal access double garage. It fits 2 cars nicely with a little workshop bench at the end of it. In this room we have 2 large lazy boys, a 3-seater and a 2-seater leather lounge suite, 50-inch Samsung TV and a heat pump. Features are a cathedral ceiling and of course that beautiful view.
For relatively little cost, you too can sell your house. Do it yourself. You're the best person to promote and sell your own house. Your personal endorsement is the best selling proposition. Put yourself on screen and sell it. You know the attractions of your house. You know it better than anybody else. So, get up there and tell us all about it. Sell it.
Upstairs we have 3 bedrooms. One of these has a full ensuite, that's the master bedroom, with large bifold doors. Now out these bifold doors you get to a wraparound deck area that faces northwest, and this is lovely in the morning for sitting and having your coffee.
Hawk Films is now producing for you an advertising package and a broadcasting service at a price far lower than you would expect. We will produce your advertising video and feature it across TV, radio and electronic media. Your message will be up to 3 minutes long and it'll be broadcast 5 times a day on radio and TV. 5 times a day. And it will be listed online all day, every day, for exposure to your potential buyers. You can also use the ad and the photos to promote your house on radio, TV, Trade Me and other real estate sites. We can also offer drone aerial shots for a totally different viewpoint from the one you would normally see. Selling your house is up to you and your solicitor. We're here to merely add value to your advertising strategy. Give me a call and let's get your property on the market. Or better still, email or text me and I'll call you back.
I'm Francis from Nelson Auto Glass. We repair all auto glass, stone chips, windscreen replacements, scratch removal.
If you have an auto glass issue, our team will sort it.
Nelson Auto Glass Specialist, 84 Vanguard Street, Nelson.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Here at Yes Shop, we love the word yes.
Yes.
We say yes to kitchenware. We say yes to beauty. We say yes to homewares. We say yes to fashion. We say yes to electronics.
Yes to Philips. Yes to Dell. Yes to Apple.
Happy Cool, Glad, Goldia, Hurom and thousands of other products in our store.
Yes!
Say yes to TV shopping that's all about fun, made right here in New Zealand with Kiwi presenters like me.
Yes! Say yes to the ultimate service.
With dedicated presenters taking the product out of the box and showing you how it works.
And what it can do for you.
Say yes to our international buying power. That lets us bring you the best bundles at the best bargains.
All from the comfort of your own home.
24 hours a day.
So what are you waiting for?
There's nothing quite like it.
Come with me.
Say yes to Yes Shop.
Yes!
Edward Gibbon, the bathroom specialist, have a great range of bathroom ideas at their showroom at 23 McGlashan Ave in Richmond. Call in and check out some of the latest bathroom designs and fittings. Edward Gibbon, the bathroom plumbing and drainage supply specialist, 23 McGlashan Ave, Richmond.
Welcome me hearties to Smuggler's Pub and Cafe, famous for hearty meals, craft ales and a friendly service way. Sensational seasonal menus with meals all day and evening too, or sail in for a snack with special menus for young smugglers and you. Settle in for a jolly old time, relax and enjoy our award-winning dining and lovely fine wine. Decked out in an old worldly way, we're open 7 days. Book or come on in to 8 Muritai Street, not far from a beach walk or swim. Phone 546408.
Waimea Telecommunications, specialising in free-to-air digital television, internet broadband connections, telephone and telecommunications systems. Call Julian Toon at Waimea Telecommunications on 544-4203.